West Bengal, India, is a rural land with villages of between 1,000 and 10,000 people. These people are among the poorest people in the world. We're currently working with over 89 pastors in this area from as many villages. Aside from the knowledge of Jesus Christ, one of the greatest needs in these villages is the very basic need for clean drinking water. Many of these villages do not have wells, and in the villages that do have wells, many of them were dug incorrectly and are tainted with water that causes the people to become constantly sick. In the villages that don't have wells, the people are literally drinking water from streams and lagoons that are infested with diseases. They get water from wherever they can get it, but many times this is water that is also shared with animals, sanitation, and so forth. Last January, my wife and I were privileged to be able to go to a mission work in West Bengal, India there to minister to the people. It was in our hearts that while we were there, we would do our best to meet some of the humanitarian needs that are present in several of the villages. In an email that I sent out to many of you, I asked if you would be able to partner with us in these endeavors in an attempt to dig clean drinking wells and provide goats and other livestock for the poorest of the families. Natalie and I funded our own trip and were prepared to do as much of this work financially by ourselves as we could. However, the email that I sent out created a generous amount of support from many of you. Honestly, I was overwhelmed to tears by your generosity. While in India, we were constantly saddened by the many children and people in our daily journeys who were taking water out of filthy lagoons and mud holes to use as drinking water for themselves and their animals. But with your help, we were able to cause a miracle to happen for 11 of these neediest of villages. Each of the wells cost $1,000 to drill. These are drilled as deep as 350 feet to provide the purest and cleanest water possible for these people. $1,000 is a bargain when you consider the large amount of pipe in various parts of the well that have to be purchased to build a well that will last as much as 30 years. Because of your partnership back in February, we were able to place 11 clean water wells in 11 of the worst-case villages. Children who days earlier were walking miles to get tainted and diseased water from filthy lagoons are now able to draw perfectly clean, drinkable water from a well right there in their village. Because these wells were all placed in the front yard of the church or pastor's home, they provide a testimony to the village that God blesses His children and that these Christians want to also bless their neighbors. Even their Hindu and Muslim neighbors now come to the Christian church to get their clean water. The simple act of providing a well allows the pastor of every one of these churches to become recognized as a leader in a community that would ordinarily persecute or shun the Christian believers. We were also able to donate 20 goats to the poorest families in several villages there and 10 pigs. Many of these Christian families have no possible means of income. If given a goat, they are able to sell the milk and cheese to their neighbors. One goat can provide subsistence for a family of 4 people. These goats cost $100 apiece, but again, with your help, we were able to donate 30 goats and pigs to the neediest of families in the villages. We never would have been able to accomplish as much as we did except for your kind partnership with us. Although we were able to put 11 wells in, we noticed many other villages whose needs was as great as the villages that we helped. Time and time again, we watched as families washed their clothes and bathed all in the same lagoon as they drew their drinking and cooking water from. Thank you again so much for all of your support. We hope that you'll be able to partner with us again soon to help us spread the gospel of Jesus Christ in this forgotten land of West Bengal, India.